Do ghosts really roam the face of the earth? If so, where do they go? These seemed like silly questions to me, things only children worry about, but not anymore. Let me tell you the story that went from a silly superstition to a very real slap in the face. About 4 months ago, my wife and I were on the road heading out on our honeymoon. It was a 2-1-2-hour drive at night, but we didn't mind as long as we were together. Just for a change, we ran into traffic on the highway. It was the eve of a holiday. Normally, you would pass through that area in less than 20 minutes, but when it's like that, you lose about an hour. After 15 minutes in traffic, my wife grabbed my arm and started shaking. I looked at her and asked if she was okay, but her eyes were glued to the side of the road. Then she said, "Tell me you see him." I looked outside and said, "See who?" Her hand was shaking and she said, "Him, the guy sitting there, the hitchhiker." Again, I looked and saw no one. So she looked me in the eyes and said, "Don't look, stop looking. He's looking this way and he's coming over here." I looked in all directions and saw no one. Then my wife started shaking all over and said, "I'm going crazy, I'm going crazy. Give me some medicine, take me to a doctor. Please, I'm losing my mind." She said that and grabbed my arm and shook a lot. I had to yell a couple of times and shake her so she wouldn't get hysterical. Then she looked at the back seat and said, "He's here, in the back seat." I looked but didn't see anyone, but the situation was too intense for me to think nothing was happening. In the meantime, the traffic started to improve and we were able to drive smoothly. So I started asking my wife questions about the guy in the back seat. She didn't look back, but she could see him in the rear view mirror. He was young, wearing ripped jeans and a torn shirt, had no eyes in his sockets, and was kind of transparent. The only thing he did was look at his watch, and every time he looked, he became more desperate. He started shaking his head and complaining, even though we couldn't hear what he was saying. My wife was terrified, but I was calm until the ghost reached out and touched me. All I felt was a chill on the back of my head, neck, and shoulder. I couldn't see what it was, but my wife was saying that he wanted me to go faster. Then he did the same thing to my wife, and at that moment I believed everything she had said when I saw her hair being lifted by an invisible hand. By then we were out of the traffic jam and going pretty fast, and the ghost seemed to be calmer about it. We were approaching a monument on the road, which my wife said the ghost had been pointing at. She was practically screaming at me to stop the car there. As soon as I stopped, I looked at the back seat again and saw no one, but when I looked at my wife, I saw her pressed against her window, waving goodbye. She looked at me and said to get the bags from the trunk and put them in the back seat. I asked her why, and she practically yelled at me to just get the bags and put them there. I got out of the car, took the bags from the trunk, and put them in the back seat. According to her, a ghost can't hitch a ride with you if there aren't any free seats in the car for it to sit in. If you liked this video, share it, subscribe, and leave a like. Videos in English and Portuguese every day.